What's going on here? No.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, introducing you to my Black Ops 2 Veteran Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Mission 3, Old Wounds, and this is me equipping some different things at the beginning of the mission. So this is in the past, so you're going to be using past weapons. I throw on an AK and a Galil, just so I've got two good weapons in both slots. It doesn't really matter. This level itself is pretty standard. There are a couple of moments where you can get insta-killed, but hopefully we'll avoid those. And I will be trimming out a lot of the exposition, and there is a bunch of it in this mission, so just bear that in mind, folks. This is definitely an Indiana Jones feeling mission, and I enjoyed it a lot, but a lot of it is running around needlessly, and I wanted to make sure that the guide was as concise as possible.
We're on our way to the Mujahideen camp now.
But once the talking's finished, you can get on your horse, and you can begin riding forward. I don't know if the horse colour changes per playthrough, I don't know if it's random, but I didn't think I had a... I don't think, sorry, it's better English. I had a black horse my first time through. I thought I had a white one, so... maybe I'm insane, or just colourblind. I guess, well, then again, I don't think colourblind is that severe, is it? You'd generally be able to tell the difference between black and white. So that hyperbole failed, Chris. Well done. But the general gist of this mission is I'm going to be going through it rather quickly, because there's not too many enemies. The enemies don't pay you too much attention. If they do, you're going to die really quick. And there's a couple of sections on this where one thing that this game does do, that's just like the old games on Veteran, is when you come out of a cutscene or a pre-rendered moment and it puts you in control, you can immediately die if you're not quick. And it's extremely unfair because the game throws you into a lot of shit storms. It puts you into a lot of situations where 5 guys are looking at you, and if I'm completely honest, it doesn't feel very balanced because they immediately murder you, and the only thing you can do is pray and jump to the left type deal. But I've just cut out the talking just there so we can get back to the action. We're going to be running towards a settlement that's very similar to something out of Uncharted 3. Be careful here, if you hit the trucks, they can sometimes explode, they can sometimes stop your progress and just blow up. That moment just there, I didn't get any damage, but on my recording run and on my actual playthrough for the first time, I died a couple times just by ambient explosions, just by shit screwing me. And it's Call of Duty, guys. It's one of those things where sometimes you just die, and it really, really makes no sense. This sequence here, if you push up this left-hand side, kill everything in front of you, make sure you've got full life and you keep getting those checkpoints before you push. And just be careful. Back in a corner, make sure you check all your areas. Wait for yourself to regen, push forward. Try not to shoot your team here, because it can be really easy to do that. This section where the weapon is on the balcony, there's going to be a ton of guys to your right. Only people you need to shoot in this moment are the people on the balcony. There's 2 of them. I only shoot one of them here, and I end up getting kind of caught with my pants down, so I rush forward. There he is. I'm like, oh no, don't kill me. Something shoots me from behind. Get crouched behind this pillar. I've never been shot behind this pillar, so you should be safe to get your life back. Go onto the roof. Just be careful, because people can still hit you. They do have perfect aim. And then as soon as you get the stinger, you can start destroying the tanks. And from now on, the level is still pretty standard until the next shooting section. But it is on Veteran, and you can die at any moment if you get unlucky. For instance, right there, grenade indicator. If this had landed upstairs, I would have probably died. It's just how the game works, folks. But once you get the checkpoint, drop off the roof. Make sure you've got full life before you try and do any of this obstacle course, or you will get killed. There's a grenade for you. Bloody perfect aim robots, gotta hate them. Another checkpoint, wait for yourself to regen, and then just push back to the waypoint. That is an area that you can spend an eternity shooting dudes, or you can do it like that and get it over and done with in about 2 minutes. So I know which one I would rather do if I'm just going for the achievements, so hopefully that should help. But this level is really weird, because there's a ton of dudes, there's a couple of opportunities for everybody to shoot you, and they don't. It's almost like they've toned down the focus fire, and I do believe that's one of the main reasons why Veteran is much easier this year. And I'm not complaining, but at the same time, if this game had been bullshit rock hard, it definitely does better for my channel. And I know that's extremely selfish, but it's just true, folks. So this section, you can actually get off your horse, and I use my horse as cover to stop myself getting shot. It's a good strategy. To destroy these tanks, you will need to lead them because they're moving, but you don't have to lead them too extremely. This is not the new Wraith on Halo 4. But once you've blown them all up, you want to press left on the D-pad to engage the aerial lock-on function of the Stinger. And what's going to happen here is a couple of planes are going to fly over, helicopters, sorry, carrying troops and all that good jazz. And I'm just going to take them out with some swift rockets. Like I say, if you know what you're doing on this mission, you can do it really quickly, but at any given time I could start getting shot now by somebody I can't see, and I could die because perfect aim, you know, robot nonsense. But there's a crossfade because I died and I couldn't really link this section up. And all you have to do now is take out 2 more tanks, and then we can progress onwards to destroying the encampment. Just bear in mind here as well, this is an RPG, so it can spiral like an idiot and go extremely high if it, for whatever reason. Another thing to warn you of, the horses that are running around this level to make it look a little bit more hectic and epic than it is, they generally run towards you, and I believe it's so you can get on them if you need transportation. Look at me getting shot by like fucking a brick wall. Oh no, I'm getting shot by him. Yeah, that is exactly Veteran right there. If that had been any other Call of Duty, he would have killed me. But he didn't, and I don't know why. I got lucky. But the checkpoint is rather close, so if you do get fucked like I nearly did, prison rape style, you shouldn't have too long to get back to where you were. But back on the old horse, and you want to run towards the cave directly in front of me. This is another interesting section right here, because sometimes when you're running across the bridge I'm about to run across, you'll not get shot once, and you'll wonder why there's, you know, half an army staring at you, wondering why you're running across a bridge. Other times you'll be murdered instantly. And it's inconsistent, and it's always been inconsistent, and the one cool thing about lowering the difficulty and lowering how much, you know, damage the enemy does to you, it enables you to survive moments you wouldn't normally survive, and I do believe it allows you to run away. And if you're wondering why it took me so long to lock onto that, I don't know. The lock-on this game is really quiet. Usually it beeps very loud, but when I was playing it seems to almost blend into the cacophony of fucking explosions and screams and people dying and bullets flying and all that great stuff. But enabling you to be able to run away is powerful because it allows you to essentially be more skillful, I think. But a lot of people are going to look at this as being easier, because it is, and taking away the difficulties is something that could annoy people, is something that will definitely please a hell of a lot of people. Watch out for that guy. If you just go into this cave and start trying to use your stinger, he will come from behind you every time and kill you. He did it to me on my first playthrough. The chopper's to my left right here. I couldn't see it because I was messing around, and it did drop the troops off, but it's okay. This is effectively the end of the level once you've cleared this place out. All you have to do then is ride back, and there's a whole bunch of story beats which I'm not going to be showing you, because this game actually does have quite an interesting progression, and it is worth seeing. There is going to be a lot of people that say it's just Call of Duty as standard. It's just, you know, every year there's another Call of Duty and we don't enjoy them, but, you know, if you like the games, you like the series. Because this campaign does a lot of good things. It does a lot of things differently, which I'm not too sure about. But for the most, the improvements are great. The Strike Force stuff, you're not going to be seeing any of this in the guide, guys, because it's completely optional, and there's no real reason to do it. There's no... It might change your ending, it might change how the game plays out a little bit, but on Veteran, the missions are extremely difficult, and nobody's going to do them. That's the thing. Nobody's going to... You're going to play it once, you're going to fail, and you're going to skip it. Whenever a game gives you the option to skip something, you're going to do it, because that's just human nature. And there's no point in me busting my balls doing these missions when people are just going to skip them. And they're probably the most disappointing part of the game, because I thought they'd be integrated into the mission. I thought there'd be a waypoint come up and we'd move towards it, but they're not. It's literally pick it as a section from a menu, and then go to a multiplayer map and play tower defense against AI that comes in massive numbers and kills you extremely quickly. It's very challenging to say the least, and if you could do it with friends, like if there was a multiplayer feature, get a bunch of your friends in and do Strike Force missions, that would be great. but I don't think there is, and instead it's you and a bunch of retard AI, and you just get slaughtered on Veteran. So yeah, and I've left this in because you do control it a little bit, but for the most this is just all cutscenes, and that is the end of the level, guys. So thanks for watching, and you take care now.